Welcome to Real Wisdom Artificial Intelligence. So today is October 3rd, and Sadhguru's insight on Miracle of Mind app today said, if you think you are big, you'll become small. If you are willing to become an absolute nothing, you will become larger than creation and the creator. So, how do you become absolutely small or absolutely nothing? I think the way you become an absolute nothing is by getting past these perceived identities that we all take on. And I think this is where, as I reflected on this with the real wisdom artificial intelligence lens, and as I've said before in this series, artificial intelligence is actually a brilliant innovation that we have come up with. By itself, it actually has no identity. And it has access to all the knowledge that exists out there on the internet. So it is an amazing piece of intelligence and amazing co-pilot that we have in this journey, and does not have an identity. Uh, and as Bhagavad Gita said, we all strive to get to higher levels of consciousness. Right now, predominantly as a human race, we are stuck on the manomaya level of consciousness, which is the consciousness defined by the constant mental chatter. And that is what makes us take on all these perceived identities. So, artificial intelligence, in my opinion, represents sort of a tipping point if used consciously, which allows us to go from this manomaya layer to the next level of consciousness, which is the conscious intellect, or what I have been calling real, authentic, sustainable human multimodal intelligence in this series. And the way we would do that is by not giving it an identity, using it as a co-pilot. So all of us can unlock our inherent wisdom in the conscious intellect. That is just like in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You only go past a level of needs once those are satisfied. So we are only going to transition from this level of consciousness if we use artificial intelligence consciously. So with that, today's dose of Rashmi is unconscious intelligence makes you compare yourself with others and need to prove that you are big, making you very small in the process. Wisdom is realizing the power of the immense possibilities of this individual human experience by simply being one with the creation. And think about that. That is what I have written about, that the future we use AI consciously could be a future where we go from a race to conscious grid. But the only way that happens is if we collectively stop giving AI identities and stop fighting about my AI versus your AI. That is what will drive shared global prosperity for everybody. Everything else, that if you want to engage in a race, sure, it'll drive prosperity for some selected pockets, but then that will be the race of us uh, becoming instruments in somebody else's story of trying to become big, and effectively that is making them small as well as all of us small, and keeping us trapped in the current level of you know, consciousness that we are at in the manomaya stage. Thank you.